For me, this introduction is a bit more personal. Clayton's mother, Miss McCullough, was one of my elementary school teachers, right here in Greenville, North Carolina. She was one of those teachers who made me feel seen and believed that potential wasn't something only found on a report card. It was something that could be found in every student. And when you get to know Clayton, it's clear that he carries those same values: humility, grit, a commitment to excellence, and a deep appreciation for the people who helped get you here. Those are true Pirate values. Clayton's path from Greenville and Clark LeClaire Stadium to earning the role as a manager in the major leagues is a testament to resilience, hard work, and never losing sight of who you are or where you come from. His story embodies what we hope for every graduate here today. Take the lessons you learned at ECU, combine them with your own unique strengths, and use them to lead lives of impact. Clayton, we're incredibly proud to have you here today, and we thank you for returning home to share this moment with our graduates and their families. Please join me in welcoming our 2025 commencement speaker, ECU alum, Major League Baseball manager, and proud Pirate, Clayton McCullough.
Chancellor Rogers, thank you for that kind introduction, too kind. And to the East Carolina University class of 2025, congratulations, truly. Finishing college is hard. Trust me, I know. It took me 7 years to graduate. I was 26 when I graduated from ECU. I was not an A student. I was not a B student. And I'll stop there and just say I was more than a little surprised when I was asked to come back and speak to all of you today. It's been 20 years since I crossed this stage wearing a cap and gown. A lot has happened since then. I'm now the manager of the Miami Marlins. In our first season, we won 79 games. Not our ultimate goal, but improvement from the year before. Before that, I coached first base in the Los Angeles Dodgers and was fortunate enough to win a World Series in 2024. Along the way, I've been blessed to coach some of the greatest players alive: Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Sandy Alcantara. The path from below average ECU student to a major league dugout was not straightforward. And along that winding road, I learned lessons that have helped shape me to this day. Lessons I hope help guide you as you begin your own professional journeys. East Carolina is home for me. My dad, Howard, was class of 76. My mother, Eva, class of 77. They love this place so much, they put down roots here. I went to Rose High School just down the road where I was a starting catcher on the baseball team. I was good, good enough to be recruited by several colleges, good enough to be drafted in the 47th round, and because I was good, I coasted. I didn't turn pro out of high school. I went to Vanderbilt. 1 year later, after a lot of poor grades and very little growth, I came home to ECU. ECU took a chance on me, mostly because the baseball team is always in need of a catcher. Coach Keith McClaire believed in me. Honestly, at that point in time, I didn't believe a whole lot in myself. And looking back now, I realize I was drifting. In high school, I could get by on talent alone. But in college, surrounded by players who were just as good, if not better than me, doing the bare minimum was not enough. Then came the moment that changed everything. One afternoon, Coach LeClaire called me into his office. I walked in relaxed, thinking nothing of it. I sat down, and with no anger, no yelling, just truth, Coach LeClaire said to me, "Clayton, you're the most disappointing player I've ever coached." He told me I was wasting my talent, that it was painful for him to watch. That message hit hard. It stung. It embarrassed me, but it woke me up. For the first time in my life, someone saw something more in me than I was choosing to see in myself. And he was right. I was wasting my talent. I could be better. And if I wanted a different future, I had to earn it. So I changed. Not all at once. Improvement rarely works that way. But it began. I hit the weight room. I studied my teammates more closely. I copied routines. I asked questions. I pushed myself. I stopped relying on being good enough and started chasing being better. If there's one thing to take away from my story so far, it's this. The key to success is improvement. Always work to get better. You've all accomplished a lot just by being here today. That is not easy. It takes determination, intelligence, resilience, and support. You've had to learn a lot to get here. My advice to you is simple. Don't stop now. Keep learning, keep growing. After my sophomore year, as I started improving, so did the ECU baseball team. We went 19-2 in my junior season. We made it to a super regional. And while we didn't ultimately win it all, our ECU team that year finished 11th in the country. Then my senior year reminded me how short and fragile life is. Coach LeClaire got sick. His body began to fail. He was diagnosed with ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. Our season became an emotional roller coaster. We tried to compete while watching our coach fade right in front of our eyes. We didn't have the best conference record, but we did enough to qualify for the conference tournament. And unexpectedly, as a 6th seed, we won it all. By that point, Coach LeClaire could no longer sit in the dugout. He watched every game from a van parked next to the ballpark. Too frail to get out, too passionate to miss a pitch. My favorite memory of college was winning that conference tournament in Kinston, North Carolina, and watching my teammates run over and dump Gatorade, give his band a Gatorade shower. Still to this day, it's home for me. Coach didn't last much longer. He passed away in 2005, but his lessons have followed me everywhere I've been. I'm so glad the stadium here is named for him. After my senior year, I was drafted in the 22nd round by the Cleveland Indians and chose to sign. I played 4 years of minor league baseball. Not every dream is achievable, but I have no regrets knowing I did everything possible to get the most out of my ability. When my playing career ended, I came home to ECU to finish my degree, and I started coaching on a volunteer basis. That coaching journey eventually led me to the big leagues. As my coaching career grew, that lesson Coach LeClaire taught me never left. And years later, when I found myself in the major leagues with the Dodgers, I saw it again at the very highest level. With the Dodgers, I had a front row seat to greatness. Mookie Betts, Clayton Kershaw, Shohei Ohtani, superstars, MVPs, future Hall of Famers. And here's what impressed me most about them. It wasn't their talent. It was their obsession with getting better. They arrived early. They stayed late. They asked questions. They studied. They adjusted constantly. They were never satisfied. I don't know if someone sat them down like Coach LeClaire did for me, or if it was simply wired into who they are. But they live by the same truth. Getting better every single day matters more than anything else. More than the fact that they were already best in the world. That belief is now the foundation of how we operate with the Miami Marlins. One of our core philosophies is simple. Development doesn't stop in the major leagues. It's easy to think once a player makes it to the major leagues with $1 million contract, packed stadiums, their name on the back of a jersey, that their journey is over. But with us, we believe it's just the beginning. Every Marlins player, no matter how experienced or talented, is on an individual path to be their best version. That means relentless work in the weight room. Practices that are more intense than the games. Honest conversations, even when they're uncomfortable. A culture of feedback that isn't sugarcoated, but meant to push you forward. We train hard, not because it's easy, but because discomfort creates growth. We believe in transparency, even when it stings. And we believe that belief itself in each other, in the process, in what's possible, fuels us more than anything. There's a thirst in our clubhouse that can never be quenched, a hunger to improve that doesn't care how many years you played, how much money you make, or how many accolades you've earned. That's the standard we're building in Miami. And it's the same mindset I hope you carry with you as you lead ECU. That success isn't a finish line. It's a daily decision to keep growing. As you lead ECU and step into what comes next, let me share a few tips for practicing continual growth. First, seek feedback. Not the kind that flatters you, the kind that challenges you. The truth is a gift, even when it doesn't feel like it. Find your own Coach LeClaire and listen to him. Second, improvement happens one day at a time. You don't get better overnight. Real growth is built slowly, steadily, and intentionally. Daily effort and discipline create lasting change. Third, enjoy the ride. Life will test you. It will humble you. It will take you in directions you can't predict. But the pursuit, the becoming, that's where the joy is. Don't rush it. Class of 2025, today you close one chapter, tomorrow a new one begins. You won't have it all figured out, and that's okay. I certainly didn't. But if you commit to growth, find people who can show you the way, and keep showing up and getting better, I promise you this: your future can exceed even your own expectations. Class of 2025, welcome to the big leagues.